and I was running around on the plane. I was in first class, and apparently I was like, "Hey you, blank blank, let's get naked." I was going to get arrested, but someone said, "Look, he's the singer for a band." Public nudity, while not at all infrequent in the world of rock, nevertheless remains something that only a small percentage of people will engage in. But in the same way that radical extremes in tattooing and body piercing have made the butterfly on the shoulder or a navel ring seem rather tame and hence acceptable, so these extremes of immodesty have paved the way for the mainlining of what was once considered softcore pornography. And so now, even the so-called nice girls of popular music, Britney, Christina, Faith, Whitney, Mariah, Toni, Shania, and Janet, to name just a few, dress, dance, and pose in ways that, not too long ago, would have been seen as scandalous, even obscene. And the popular culture has, predictably, trotted right along.
Come on over to Sears and get 3 totally exclusive Christina Aguilera enhanced CDs.
In his letters to his young disciple Timothy, the Apostle Paul encouraged him and us to flee youthful lust, but instead pursue righteousness, to treat younger women as sisters with all purity.
If you wanna be with me, amen, there's a price to pay. I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta love me the right way.
Genie in a Bottle is based on flirtation. You pick out that, like, a couple cute guys in the audience to sort of, wiggle your hips to, and that takes care of Genie.
Understanding the power of a woman's body to visually excite a man, again, something that is wonderful and to be enjoyed between a husband and wife, God, through his servant Paul, commands that in public, women are to clothe themselves in modest apparel, with propriety and moderation. This may seem hopelessly old-fashioned, which, bottom line, means nothing if it's something that God has commanded. But think about it from just a practical perspective. What has our cultural experiment in blatant, in-your-face sensuality and all the other examples of pagan sexuality we've just looked at really gotten us? Untold millions of defiled consciences, hardened hearts, broken spirits, and millstones of shame and shattered self-esteem. A skyrocketing increase in eating disorders. Multiple millions of people infected with sexually transmitted diseases, some incurable and fatal.
There's a penalty to be paid, a very harsh one.
Tens of millions of preborn children killed through abortion. Multitudes of kids being born in families without a father. A reality, by the way, that has been clearly tied to the increased likelihood of poverty, poor self-esteem, confused sexual identity, even the premature onset of puberty in girls.
Simply viewing sexually suggestive material might actually trigger physical changes in your child's body.
A profound increase in both the frequency and perversity of sexual crimes. A pathetically high divorce rate. And, ironically, an increase in impotence and other sexually related dysfunctions. One of the world's best-kept sex secrets, one you'll never hear amid all the perversities on MTV's Loveline, is that the people who report the highest level of sexual satisfaction are those who are married and are committed to mutual faithfulness. So what is the bottom line to all of this? Well, you don't break God's laws. They break you. In the introduction to a later printing of the Satanic Bible, LaVey's biographer Burton Wolfe wrote these words, celebrating what he saw as the dawning of a new satanic age. Repressed people have burst their bonds. Sex has exploded. The collective libido has been released in movies, in literature, on the streets, and in the home. People are dancing topless and bottomless. There's a ceaseless universal quest for entertainment, enjoyment of the here and now. There's a mood of neo-paganism and hedonism, and from it there have emerged a wide variety of brilliant individuals who are interested in formalizing and perpetuating this all-pervading religion and way of life. Now, more than 20 years later, LaVey and Wolf would have all the more reason to rub their hands in glee. But, as the scriptures say,